Hey gang, Cheri here, and welcome to this edition of Travel Talk. Today I have a very exciting guest. I am so thrilled and happy to have MGM Family Travel in the house. Bill and Lucy, how are you? Oh, you're on mute.
Better that way. Probably
There
better
you
that way.
go.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. Thanks for having us.
Hello, welcome. So excited to have you both here today.
Thank you for having
Yes,
us,
thank you
Cheri.
very much for having us on.
Absolutely. So we want to say hi to some folks here in the chat. Who do we have first? We have Sailing Away with T and K. We have Tyler Show. We have Amy Kephart. Hi, Miss Amy. There's Daniel Fields. And oh my gosh, everybody else. If I missed anybody, let me know. Oh, there's MGM Family Travel. What do you know?
Hi. Hi, MGM.
Thank you all so much for coming. We appreciate each and every one of you in the chat. So I have Bill and Lucy here today from MGM Family Travel, and I want them to introduce themselves, tell us a little bit about how you got started with YouTube and your channel.
That's,
Oh, that's me?
that's
Oh,
you.
okay. We are Bill and Lucy, and
I'm Bill. This is Lucy.
we kind of got started. He actually started, like, signed up for YouTube years ago because
2013.
yeah, I think so. His
Wow.
phone made like a collage of one of our vacations, and
Oh, really?
it did. And he was like, "Where am I gonna like? How am I gonna save it?" So he just put it on YouTube so that it would just be there,
Smart.
and then we didn't really do much else with YouTube.
A couple vacations. Just whenever we went anywhere, my phone. We had just got smartphones,
Yeah.
and it tracked you, and it would say like if you left your house and you ended up in Virginia, and we went to an amusement park in Virginia, it would do like a collage of your whole
Your
trip.
week in Virginia.
And I'm like,
Oh,
oh, this is really neat.
cool.
I saved it. I would save it like we didn't really have anywhere. At then they didn't have the cloud.
Right.
Anything you were getting a phone like every 2 years then because they were cheap. Now they're not so cheap.
Yeah.
And once you got rid of your phone, it was gone.
Right.
We needed somewhere to save it. This Facebook was just a phase. We were going through. So we ended up putting it in YouTube, and it just stayed there.
That's
And
a brilliant idea.
it's kind of like saving it for the family,
Right.
and that's how it all started.
Yeah, and then we kind of expanded on that when we started. Actually, when we started cruising, I don't know why we
I
didn't
think
do it with
Disney.
our other
I think
trips.
Disney we started.
Did we?
I have to go back and look.
But
They're bad. They're really bad.
yeah, it's
Hi,
nothing.
Jackie. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi guys. It's not anything that anyone was supposed to see.
Yeah, they were just for us.
Just
And
for
then-
yourself.
And then we were going on a group cruise. We were going on that October 24th Breeze.
First we went on the
group
Big
cruise.
Sexy cruise, the tour. Big and Sexy.
Yeah, but I'm saying why we started
Oh,
YouTube.
okay.
And we had started putting up videos a little bit here and there. And he said, because I'm very shy. And he said, why don't we do this? And so you can start to feel like you're getting to know people, and then you won't be like sitting in the corner on the cruise. You'll actually like be interacting. So I was like, I don't know. But in the comfort of your own home, right? It's easier to kind of let your personality out. And
Right.
and so it worked. We ended up loving it. We ended up, we feel like we have this whole group of friends that, we have this whole travel and cruising passion in common. And it's just been a really,
Oh.
if anything good came from being quarantined, I would say that, we never felt isolated. We felt like we have this cruise family.
And we have to
Oh.
blame our live streams on, like everybody, Blaine.
Blaine,
Oh, Blaine.
It's Blaine's fault. It's always Blaine's fault.
It's all Blaine's fault. Yep.
Yes.
So I want to welcome Nancy C. and Will Cooper and Doug and
Hi,
Nick
Nancy.
and Papa Mozo. Welcome,
Morning,
everyone.
Papa.
So, yeah, so I know that Lucy is a fellow travel advisor. So I want to say, hey, girl, you go. And I think you guys just announced a group cruise, if I'm not mistaken.
We did, absolutely. So, Midlife Crazy is doing a BBD rum run in in September of 2022, and as you would expect from them, they have so many amazing, fun things planned. I don't even know all that they are every day. Every day
Yeah.
we're back and forth with all the things. That cruise is going to be an absolute blast.
They're
Well,
also giving away their free cruise
Yeah.
after which they've already achieved. They will be receiving a free cruise and
To give away.
they're giving it away.
away.
So
That's amazing. It sounds like a blast.
It's going to be so fun.
So I know that that's a good segue into what we're going to talk about today. We're here to talk about your Mexico trip during a pandemic, by the way, to Cancun or wherever you went down there. And I know that Midlife Crazy was one of the people that was with you, right?
yes, they
That's
were.
correct. Yes.
And the
So-
Bowens.
That's
And
Cruise
the
Life.
Bowens.
Yeah, that's Cruise Life. Yes.
Hmm.
That's Cruise Life. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So let's start from the beginning on that.
Okay.
And let's see. Okay, you flew out of Newark.
Newark.
Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Newark International,
Mhm.
one of the
Okay.
biggest airports in the country.
So what was your experience in checking into the airport during a pandemic?
Well,
Honestly, that
It was-
part was so. It was like
we were the
Newark,
only ones there.
Newark Airport is incredibly crowded, and
Yeah.
everyone's going in 50 different directions. So I actually usually hate flying out of Newark. We fly out of Philly, but it was I could get direct flights out of Newark, so that's
Mhm.
why we chose to go out of Newark.
Nice.
And they're pretty much equally distanced. Newark's a little further, but
Yeah.
not much. But we were literally
The only ones there.
we were
Oh.
checked in. We went through security and we're at our gate within.
Yeah.
It was no more than 20 minutes
They told
from
us to
the
be
time
there.
we got there.
Told us to be there like 2 hours early, and I think
We were there 3 hours early because it was
20
an
minutes.
international.
And we
Mhm.
sat around and waited.
Mhm.
And waited. Oh my
And waited.
goodness.
But we
Welcome
took
into
video.
Blaine.
It
There's
was empty.
Blaine.
What's that?
Hey, there's the culprit. Hey, Blaine.
Oh, hey,
There's the
Blaine.
culprit right there.
Yes, she's the one who started our live streams.
So it was a breeze getting through the airport. So did they
So
take
easy.
extra precautions that you noticed? You know, what was the protocol there?
So yeah, they had. We were joking about it. They had, seats blocked off so that everyone, was 6 feet apart. You
In
could
the
kinda
waiting
sit-
area.
Yeah,
In
you
the
could
waiting
kinda
area.
sit.
Yeah.
Him and I could sit next to each other, but then we were like 6 feet apart from everyone in any direction.
Nice.
But the flight was
Yeah.
fully booked.
Yeah.
So
We were elbow to elbow
yeah, packed
walking
in like
on.
sardines. So
the
it's like,
whole-
what is the point of the social
Yeah, it was-
distancing?
In the
It was
airport.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
We're putting our bags up, and like I'm taking other people's bags and putting them up, and it was just like a normal flight.
Mhm.
Just like a
It was-
normal flight from
Yep.
there. Of course, you
Yep.
were wearing your mask, I guess.
Yes.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So normal, except everyone wearing their mask, I guess.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and you're allowed to take your mask off if you're eating.
Okay.
Or
And
drinking. So I bought a pack of Skittles, large pack of Skittles, and ate
You
one.
had your travel
slowly.
Skittles. I usually
Yes.
bring the peanut M&M. So
Well, just slowly eating one by one, I was able to keep my mask down for a majority of the flight. So
I wouldn't say majority, but he was able to take some.
yeah, well, you gotta
Some
take a
breather.
breather from them
Yeah.
things.
well, so you're in there, and so did they have? I guess they probably changed their protocols a little bit as far as they didn't do like the drink carts, or did they, or how did they do that?
They did them,
They did.
but
Mhm.
everything
Okay.
it was like a brown bag. Everything was sealed.
They were like Ziploc bags.
yeah, well,
Okay.
And they had like water, like depending on what you wanted. I don't know if water was actually.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
got a
if
tiny little
soda
bottle
was
of
a
water.
choice, because that's what we got, a bottle of water
Okay.
and like a little pack of peanuts and like cookies or something. But it
Oh,
was all in
wow.
a bag, and they just.
you got a sack lunch.
It was yeah, that's what I mean, a brown bag lunch. But it's much easier for the flight attendants because all they do is go. They don't ask you what you want. It's just here.
Just here,
Yep.
that's it. Okay. Okay.
I don't
So
remember if
it's
they
kinda-
were serving alcohol or anything like that.
It was a little bit modified then.
Mhm.
And which airline was this? Remind me.
United.
Yeah.
United. Okay. So what kind of a grade on a scale from 1 to 10 would you give them on their performance?
I mean, I think it was a typical flight. I
Yeah.
think if you were nervous flyer during the pandemic, then maybe it's not the airline for you because there was no. It was a normal flight, like
Yeah.
other than
Like no
everyone
social
wearing the masks.
distance.
Well, we all got
Yeah.
seated, and then they announced that there was a problem with the plane, so we had to
That they couldn't
disembark.
Oh no.
Yeah, we had to get on another plane. So the social distancing was out the window by that point.
But
Yeah.
they still made us like stand 6 feet apart until we were like some of it was kind of like ridiculous.
Well, yeah, and then it's the difference between the airport and the airline too. I'm
Yeah.
sure two
Yeah.
different standards of rules and stuff like that. But that's the joy of travel. You never know what's going on. You don't know what kind of delays you're going to have or anything. So it's a good thing you did get there early. You never know what could happen.
Yeah. I think
That's
our
true.
3.5 hour flight ended up being like 5.5.
Yeah, we were supposed to land at I think 12 Cancun time, and we didn't get there until like 2.
Until 2. Okay, see, you got to be ready for those things whenever you
That's right.
travel. You got to be flexible and plan ahead and all of those things. So you got to Mexico, and then did you book it like as an all-inclusive with the flight and the transfers and everything all together? Okay.
Yes.
So then once you got to the airport, then they took you on your like shuttle van. Did you have?
Yes.
Yes.
And we were supposed to. That was a little.
Mexico or Cancun is insane. They attack you the minute you get off the plane.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's they're pulling you in
The
10 different
salesman,
directions.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they try to tell you, oh yeah, I'm here to help you find your shuttle. But we knew all that, so
Yeah.
we just kept going through. But we were supposed to have.
Thanks to Sarah
Hey.
from Goose Cruisers. She warned us.
It was Nurse Nancy.
Was,
Yeah, that she kind of filmed the whole thing, so you knew where you were supposed to go. And so
Yeah.
even though they sounded official,
yeah.
we knew that they weren't that official.
You knew better. Good girl.
That's
Yeah.
right. But we were supposed to have a private shuttle, so it was supposed to be just the two of us, and it ended up where we were like there were like 6 or 7 people in there too. So
Yeah.
that's another thing that if you are nervous about this, just know you might not get the shuttle.
The private shuttle.
And they'll if you put up a fight, they will let you do it, but then you've got to sit around and
Yeah.
wait
Oh,
for God knows how long
These people
before
that
you
are
get your
trying to
own.
sell you stuff the whole entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's best to get on the move.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exact. And then we
Just
met
yeah.
some wonderful people while we were inside
We did.
the minivan. So
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
See, you make friends everywhere you go.
everywhere you go,
Everywhere,
yeah.
yes, absolutely.
That's awesome. Well, I know when I was rewatching your videos last night, the shot of you stayed at the
Now
Now.
Jade.
Now, Jake.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now Jade, yeah.
Mhm.
So that first shot that you have of the grounds there of the resort is just breathtaking. So what did you think when you got there?
Wow.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
It was beautiful. Everything about the resort. It's about 10 years old, so it's not brand new, but you would not know that. I only know it's about 10 years old because my parents went there when it was brand new. It does not look 10
Yeah,
years old.
it was-
looks brand
And it had been
new.
closed for around 3 months.
3.5 months, I think.
Yeah, so they were still cleaning it all up. Everything was overgrown. Well, not everything. They had worked very hard to get it in the working order.
Around
but,
the grounds there?
Yeah,
Mhm.
but
Makes sense.
Mhm.
it was a beautiful place.
It was gorgeous, and the view, like you saw. I mean, the video didn't do it justice.
Oh, yeah.
It was like okay.
Paradise.
After all of that, we're now in paradise.
Yeah. Here we are in paradise. This is what we came for.
That's right.
Awesome. So you checked into your room, and tell us a little bit about your room.
So we upgraded to the preferred package. And so, I mean, that's another thing. If you were interested in that resort, I would highly recommend it. It wasn't that much to upgrade, and it was
No.
well worth it. And so
Okay.
they kind of scurried us off right away. There was a long line in the lobby of people checking in. and we went to the preferred lounge where they sat us down. They brought
Air
us
conditioned,
champagne. Yeah, it was air conditioned. We were sitting at like a table basically, and they were bringing us, can we get you something to eat? They had snacks in there.
Well,
They brought me a
This is where we
margarita.
ran into the Midlife Crazy Crew and the
Oh.
Bowens.
The Bowens. We ran into the Bowens. When we were getting ready to leave, Jay and Michelle were just coming in. So, but the
Nice.
whole check-in process was like us sitting there having a couple drinks, relaxing, having
Oh,
snacks.
really?
Like we didn't have to do anything, and then they just, okay, we have your room ready, and they walked us up there.
I didn't even realize they had taken our temperature. Apparently, when you come through, when you come through the main lobby, somebody walks up to you.
You stand up. Well, there's this thing on the wall, and you stand up. They tell you to stand here, and you stand there, and like you're not paying attention because there's lots of stuff going on, and then they just scoot you on by, and that was the temperature check. It was like a.
And every time you go in a building, there they have like a foot wash with sanitizer, and you have to put your feet in there and wash them off. And
wonderful.
other than that, that's the only protocol that's different from the States, is that they make you wash your feet and hand sanitizer. They're a little stricter with the hand sanitizer and the masks. So
that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. I think that's an excellent thing. Hey, I want to say hi to Ronnie and Alma from Live today. Welcome, guys. And Miss Ruby Princess is in the house. Hi, Miss Ruby. Okay, so tell us about your room and the things in there.
Okay, so we had. I'm the one talking.
Our room was absolutely phenomenal. It was a suite, so we had like a living room on one side, sliding doors in the middle, and then a king size bed with the dressing room, I would say, on the other side. So we had 2 TVs, a balcony with a jacuzzi, and we overlooked the pool and the ocean. So it was an absolutely beautiful room. I think we were on the 3rd floor. Third floor. So we were up a little bit where we could see everything, but not like too high in case a storm came or anything like that. We were one of the lucky ones, apparently. We didn't get a hurricane. We had beautiful, well, it was like 105 degrees, but it was no hurricanes. So. But,
that was a relief, huh?
Yeah, our room was absolutely phenomenal. Probably the second nicest room we've ever stayed in. So,
and you had the jacuzzi tub. Was that in the bathroom or on?
Outside.
It was on the balcony outside.
We didn't use it because it was so hot.
It was very hot.
Too hot to use the hot tub.
Yeah, way too hot.
Because this was, tell me the time frame on this. August? No.
September. It was September 8th, I think.
Yeah.
September 8th, I think. Okay.
They said with the feels like temperature was 105.
It was
105.
hot.
Okay. Yeah, a little too hot for a hot tub, I guess. On the balcony.
Even at night.
Yeah, we stayed in the pool as much as possible.
Good. And the bedding was nice and comfortable. You got a good night's sleep.
Absolutely. We slept like babies.
Like babies. Excellent. And then you did have the balcony. So when you looked out, was it a pool view or ocean view or what was
it? Was the pool and then the ocean right beyond the pool.
It.
Oh, so you got both of them.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we got lucky.
We really did.
Actually, the Bowens had the same view, and then the Ryans had the complete ocean view. They could see the ocean, but they couldn't see any of the resort. We got both. So I think we ended up getting the cheaper room, but the nicer room.
Okay, so theirs was oceanfront, but then they didn't get.
They had none of the
resort view part. Yeah. Well, that sounds amazing. So so we talked about the room. Let's talk about the pool and the beach and all of that.
Okay. The pool, it was like unbelievable. It was an infinity pool. And so and it had a pool bar, and there were actually 2 pools in the resort. One was huge. There were bridges over it. But it only had, and that's where all the entertainment was.
Oh,
but it only had, and there was a kids area there, like a splash park. I know there was a little wading pool.
Okay.
No kids.
And so we did try to go over there one day, but from where the pool bar was kind of right next to the kids section, and there was a lot of, it was a lot louder, and
Yeah.
we just decided let's
Lot of
stay
activity.
over on the preferred, because the preferred pool was adults only.
Okay.
And so that's kind of where we stayed. I
Yeah.
mean, there
We
were
walked-
plenty
So
of
it was
loungers.
kid-friendly and adult-friendly, huh?
The resort itself, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, the resort's huge,
hmm
which we didn't. They kind of kept us in the preferred section,
Uh-huh.
but when we started walking around, it just kept going. And it was like 3 different horseshoes
Mhm.
of units of 3 different hotels.
Well, it was
And
one resort, but that was like
Yeah.
3 horseshoes.
so we were to the left, and it was all preferred with our own pool, and that's pretty much where we stayed.
That's amazing. That sounds awesome. Oh, hi, Brittany. Welcome.
Hi, Brittany.
So, so the beach, did they have, like I know when we stayed at our all-inclusive, they had the beach chairs and the umbrellas and,
Yep.
all of that. So tell us a
We
little
were-
bit about the beach
We
atmosphere.
were in a hotel that was, I guess, specialized in weddings. And why we were there, I think
Well,
there
a lot
was
of them do, but yeah,
4 different weddings.
probably
Nice.
not. There was
Yeah.
like a wedding a day.
A
I
wedding a
think.
day.
Yeah.
So,
Sometimes 2.
so they had the beach set. One section of the beach was set up for the actual ceremony
Oh, wow.
that you could see from our pool. So we were actually like participating in a couple of them.
And the guys are yelling, "Don't do it!"
Yep. I'm sure they're gonna love their videotapes for their
You're like, warning, warning, warning.
yeah. Oh yeah. They had to stop one guy. It got kind of loud. Don't do it. Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But they did have a section with the recliners and everything.
Mhm.
Under the resort in the shade, there's which we didn't even see. We saw on a video. There was hammocks. Let's see. Lucy tried to go. We tried to go on the beach a couple times. We did walk on the beach, but
Mhm.
they had.
It was the time of year where they have
Not
it's
sarcasm. Something like that.
Oh, the
Seaweed.
the seaweed.
Yeah.
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 And they were out there raking it every single day. But as quickly as they cleared it,
it was
kinda
coming
came
back.
right back in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So,
we mostly stayed in the pool.
okay. So not too much in the ocean.
Just walking on the beach.
Yeah.
putting our feet in the water. But yeah, seaweed like wraps around your leg. Like
There's
I
a lot
wasn't
of
into it. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of it.
It was
Right.
pretty beyond the seaweed though. It was like nice, clear, beautiful water. I would like to go back a different time of year so that we could spend more time on the beach.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's only
did you have
some-
like, I know a lot of them advertise the non-motor sports and all of that. Did they have all those activities that you could do?
I mean, I think normally they do, but that was probably part of. They were only at 30%
Yeah.
capacity, I think, when we got
Oh.
there.
Right.
And it had moved up to 50 or 60
Yeah.
before we left.
Oh, okay.
And they were, like Bill said, they were still. They had machetes. They were like doing landscaping.
and no power tools
were-
whatsoever.
Yeah, it was
And they have a
wow.
huge garden, so they didn't disturb their guests at all. So they
Oh,
had these
wow.
little tiny rakes and machetes.
And the grounds
all
are
by hand.
beautiful.
Keeping
All
the
by
weight
hand.
down, huh? Very
And
nice.
stuff like iguanas are crawling out, and Lucy's like, "Oh no!"
Yeah, we did encounter some iguanas and then some of the little, I don't know exactly what they are. I call them lemurs, but I know that's not what they
Yeah.
are. But, the little Mexican lemurs, I guess we'll call
Yeah, I
them.
think Raphael in his video was playing with one. Him and the
Yeah.
travel tour. Yeah,
Yeah, I totally never expected that. I
she
did
wanted to see one. We didn't get to see
I
one.
did
You
want
didn't
to
get
see
to
one.
see one. Oh no! Yeah, we had this almost like a little jungle area that they had a walkway through, like a wooden walkway to the beach, and in that little jungly area, they had those Mexican lemurs there, and they were so cool to watch. And so that was something that we really enjoyed. And I know because of the pandemic, they probably didn't offer a lot of the beach activities like they normally do. Did they have some like games and stuff at the pool?
So they did, but again, that was at the
Oh,
main pool.
yeah.
So we did not partake in that, but we did see the entertainment squad a couple times
At night.
Okay.
At night, yeah.
Yeah. At night. And
Okay.
We were there for Mexican Independence Day.
Okay.
So they had
cool.
a lot of entertainment that day, and we still haven't put out that video. That one's still to come.
That was
Still to come.
amazing. That was
Yeah.
I was so glad we didn't obviously do that on purpose.
No, we had no idea.
What a fun thing to experience. Watching them celebrate. It was their Independence Day.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Cool.
Everybody else had gone back to their rooms, and
It was our last night.
our last night, and me and Lucy and a British couple that we became friends with.
Yeah, we all became friendly
Yeah.
with them at the pool.
And
Isn't that cool?
they kicked us out of the preferred bar and said, "Go that way." Like we didn't even understand what they were saying.
They were like, "You don't want to miss it. Go."
And we were the only Americans and British couple.
Yeah. Everyone
So-
else was Mexican.
And we were with the locals that night, and we had a blast.
Mhm.
So-
It was so much
Good.
fun.
So, I mean, like I said, I know because of the pandemic, they may not. Oh, hi, Q's Cruisers. Hi, Sarah Bob.
Hey, Sarah,
Hi
Bob.
guys.
But do they normally have like a nighttime entertainment show or anything like
Yes.
Yes.
that?
Yes.
And they did. They had a show every night.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
open air show, and
Yeah.
it was, like I said, very, very hot. And being out in the sun all day, it just takes a toll on you. So
Yeah.
we didn't catch
And
a
drinking
lot
all
of
day.
it.
So-
We didn't catch a lot of the shows, but what we did see a couple times, it was while we were at dinner. They had some sort of fire batons and
Oh,
dancing,
wow.
and so
Nice.
we saw that from our restaurant. And it
Salsa
was very
dancing one
awesome.
night.
Yeah, they did salsa dancing.
But nobody, I don't want to dance when it's 95. It was
Yeah,
like
it
it
was-
cooled down to 95. So.
It was down to 95. So, speaking of food, let's talk a little bit about the food. Tell us about, the food quality. Was it good? Was it bad? What could they have, that they could do better?
Well, we enjoyed the majority of the food. You could tell that they were just getting back to running.
Mhm.
They were still trying to figure out how to, I guess, switch over to a buffet, non-buffet buffet. I
Non-buffet
guess.
type, yeah.
Yeah, but it was still like in the buffet style.
Oh, okay.
So there was they could have done better in their food, but we did find stuff to eat that we were both happy with every time. Not everybody did.
And I would say that it was, for us, hit or miss. And so when it was hit, it was,
Yeah, it was
phenomenal.
really good.
It was really, really good. But when it was a miss, it was
Really
Really
bad.
Really, really bad. Oh no, you
yeah.
had the really good and the really
whole
bad.
gamut.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Room service was just basically room service is something that holds you over till you can get to a restaurant. Don't even bother.
And it's, I mean, I don't think it was, everything was horrible. I got a cheeseburger that was really good for room service.
She was really hungry.
That
Everything
might be
tastes better
true.
when you're hungry.
That might be true.
Right. So, like you said, it was hit and miss. So, was it all buffet style, or did they have like
No.
specialty dining, and sit down dining?
Yeah, we had three. They had 3 restaurants that were still open.
They had, Mexico, they had Mexican, they had French, they had Italian, they had Mediterranean. Yeah, so maybe you're right.
There
4
was
restaurants.
no Italian.
Yes, there was.
Was it? Okay, well.
The Italian was like the best
Well, they
one.
rotated, and it was like. We went to the first night was they had an
Mexican.
Asian place, but it wasn't open, so they moved the Asian place to the buffet.
That was the second night, though. The first night we had Mexican.
Oh yeah, with
That was-
Brad. That
yep,
was right.
Yep.
That was good.
Yeah, so and normally I think when the resort is 100% capacity and there's not a pandemic going on, all the specialty restaurants are open every night. But because of the limited capacity and them just opening back up, they kind of switched. So not even the buffet was open every night.
No.
So
Oh,
you had a
wow.
choice of 2 restaurants each night that you wanted
And
to try.
can I say, Blaine, I did not take belly dancing lessons.
Blaine, that's
Maybe next
real good
time,
belly
Blaine.
dancing lessons. That's great.
One of the restaurants we went to, which was just for the preferred section, it was like a 5-star French restaurant, and it was completely thumbs down.
Oh.
Everybody walked out, and
Yeah, French food sometimes can be,
well, we waited like 3 hours.
palate.
It wasn't the food
Yeah.
though. The food that we did get was absolutely delicious, but they were having problems. They had problems with their dishwasher. So they put us in the preferred lounge and said, it's going to be an hour for your room or for your table. And we
For
said,
your
okay,
table.
we'll sit in the preferred lounge. We'll have a couple pre-dinner cocktails. We'll hang
There you
out,
go.
and then we'll go. And then the British couple came into the preferred lounge, and we said, oh, you guys want to join us for dinner? And so we told them we're going to have two more. Well, they didn't tell us that like was going to be another
hour.
hour and a half. So
Oh no.
we finally, after like 2 hours, get to our table, and the restaurant's beautiful, but I'm like, it's hot, and I'm always cold.
Yeah.
Like inside under air conditioning, I'm always cold.
Right.
So I even had like a wrap, because you had to dress. So I was wearing a dress. I had a wrap over it, and it is
85.
hot.
It was
So
85 and kept climbing the whole time.
the air
Oh,
conditioner
no.
wasn't working. They were taking dishes from the restaurant to the preferred lounge to use their dishwasher.
Yeah.
So that wasn't working. And we had a table for 8, and no one got, like, the food came out sporadically. So if you wanted to wait, like, be polite and wait for everyone, your food would be cold. So we
Yeah.
all just said, whoever has been served, just eat.
Just yeah.
After another, like, I'd say hour and a half, we looked at the temperature. I forget what it was in Celsius, but we got our phones. What is it in Fahrenheit?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
84 degrees in the restaurant. It was so hot and uncomfortable. There was no
Yeah,
moving
there was no air at all.
The seats were velvet, which, I mean, it was beautiful, but that just made the heat worse.
Just made
was
it hotter, huh?
Yes. So the food we did get there was good. It was just
the circumstances, I guess.
yeah.
They're still, like I said, it had been closed for quite some time. I'm sure it's up and running now. The next night they bent over backwards to accommodate us when they found out that we, because it wasn't just us, it was the whole restaurant.
Right.
So they bent over backwards and made you're supposed to dress every night for dinner. The girls do anyway, but we don't want to wear long pants when it's that hot.
Yeah, the guys have to wear
So-
long pants if you go to the specialty
So,
diner.
so we did.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
and
we
they
went
let us in.
with short. They were in shorts,
Yeah.
and I think it was you and Jay that
Yeah,
were like,
me and Jay.
we were melting last night. Is there air conditioning in here? And so they were like sneaking them in. Go quickly, sit under the table, and
Just go,
put the
just go.
tablecloth under. Yeah, don't let anybody see you.
Oh wow.
They were everybody was very nice.
Yes, the staff was
Yeah.
unbelievably nice.
They were just happy to be back to work.
Right.
So.
Right. Everybody's just happy to be. You're happy to be on vacation. They're happy to be back to work.
Yes.
Everybody's
Yeah.
just relieved and happy to be there, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. And
So,
hopefully it's still a good deal if you're looking for one. They're still one of the best prices down there. We check all the time.
good value.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So,
So I know that you guys did some excursions. So I saw an ice bar in there. I saw some golf carts driving around. So tell us a little bit about your excursion.
So we went to East Limahattis and ended up, so the ice bar I thought was just going to be like a 20-minute stop. I was really looking forward to exploring the island. It's not that big,
It's
and
1
so you
square
can kind of
mile.
go off on your own. And we go to the ice bar, and it's $18 a head, huh?
well, there's a whole ordeal to get to the ice bar that was kind of pandemic related.
What's
That's
that?
where we went through the.
Okay, yeah. So to get on East Limahattis, they make you go through what we're calling a sanitization tunnel. We don't
Yes.
know what we were
I
sprayed
saw
with.
that.
We have no idea.
We had to go. You were sprayed with something. We have no idea what.
You were deloused.
Yes, that's
Yes,
right.
exactly.
And you had to go through it to get on the island.
Wow.
And then we had, I guess this is another thing I would say, there was somebody by the ferry on the mainland that was like, are you guys going to get golf carts when you get there? We get a really good deal. I think we paid, it was either $30 or
It wasn't
$35 for the day. So that was cool. We already had our
Pretty
golf
good, yeah.
carts. But once you get there, everyone's selling golf carts, and you have no idea where you're supposed to go to get your golf cart.
Oh.
And so there's all these people trying to help you, sell you excursions. What do you guys want to do? Blah, blah, blah. And so we finally showed our paper and said, do you know where this is? And he said, I'll walk you.
Yeah.
And so he walked us.
Good.
It was
Some
like
kid, I mean, this
5
is a
blocks.
teenager, and he just like he looked at our paper. He's like, "Come with me," and
Nice.
like everybody's looking at like me and Lucy are in the beginning of the group, and they're all like, "What are you guys doing?" We're going with him. So
But we're like from Jersey, right? So he's taking us down these back
little tiny
alleys.
and
And my hackles are up, and I'm watching. I'm waiting for us to get mugged or something. But no, he was a really
Yeah.
nice kid. Got us where we
for
wanted.
$1, like everybody gave a dollar.
We
He was
tipped
so
him,
happy.
and he was also
But it was a long walk. We
It
never
was-
would have found
We
this
never
place.
would have found it.
Well,
Yeah.
see, that's the thing. You never would have found it
Mhm.
otherwise.
Mhm.
Crazy.
Then we got our golf carts. You can use Google Maps if you have internet. We didn't have
did
internet. The Bowens had internet, so they led the caravan. And because we didn't know the island or anything, she wanted to go out and see the island, but we went with everybody else because we never would have found our way back.
Right.
I didn't feel safe
We'll
just
stay
like
together at that point.
yeah. So we went on a little train, like I think it was Jay, Michelle, and Brad and Kimberly,
Yeah,
and then us.
Mhm.
And it's insane. You think like Mexico drive golf carts in Mexico. They're crazy. So
You
they're
have taxis and motorcycles,
Yeah.
each direction, cutting everybody off. It was like, woo!
and then
It's like he's in Jersey again.
and then it was so hot that we took our like
Yeah,
I had my mask down. Everybody had their mask down.
yeah, because it was hot.
And they have people on the side of the road with signs in
Stop
English,
Yep.
wear your mask. And they're like pointing at you, yelling, wear your mask.
Even though we're in a golf cart, like driving, 10 miles an hour or whatever it was,
Open
not
air.
near anyone else,
Yeah.
open air. Yeah, we still had to have our masks.
Wear your mask.
Mhm.
And I put it back on. So we did end up finding the ice bar.
Mhm.
Jay and Michelle had been there before.
I was wondering if they had been there before to kind of lead
Yeah.
you guys around a little bit.
It was like a traffic jam with golf carts. Who would have ever thought a traffic jam with golf carts? But it happens.
It
Yeah.
was.
So we parked and
But the ice bar was not just
It's a whole resort, yeah.
It's like a whole thing. So they have, like, we did the ice bar, which was beautiful and awesome. Awesome. I'm so glad we did it. I think it was $18 a person, and that included 2 drinks and a shot each.
and
so
you got to
that's
stand in
not bad.
it was probably around 18 degrees in there.
Oh my God, it was so cold in there. They give you these like furs with hoods that
It
you
felt
can
so good.
wear. Oh my God. I was in heaven. I loved that. And then outside of the ice bar, there's like a buffet area, which we didn't eat there. And then beyond that, they have a whole beach, and there's tables with umbrellas. There's lounge chairs. I forget what else they have. I mean, it's palm tree. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. There was music playing.
The beach, once you get into the water, it's like mud.
The beach is beautiful,
Yeah,
but yes.
you don't wanna
it
go into
wasn't-
the
It was
water.
almost like being in the bay
Okay. Yeah.
versus the ocean.
It's like a
Uh-huh.
suction cup with your foot. It wasn't sand. It was like a suction cup mud kind of thing. That had an odor to it. So,
But it was beautiful.
cruisers say the speed bumps killed Isla Mujeres. No, they're actually ramps. So, the faster you go, the better. They don't want that golf cart back that we rented. But we did
So
have
you were
fun.
four-wheeling.
Yes, we all were. But it was a lot of
Four-wheeling in a
fun.
golf cart.
So we ended up leaving. We were going to go to, where were we going to go? What was the name of the restaurant?
Oh, we saw Senior Frogs when we were
Yeah.
looking for a golf cart. We saw like the big sign that said Senior Frogs, and so
Yeah.
we spent hours at the ice bar and the
Yeah.
beach. And so when we got back, we're like, let's just go to Senior Frogs. Let's get like nachos or something to hold us over until we get back to the resort and hang out. And so we go take our golf carts back, and we go to Senior Frogs, and it's just a store.
Yeah, it's the only one.
not a bar.
They said it's the only one that's not a restaurant bar kind of thing. So we just the
What?
storefront.
Oh, it's just the merchandise?
Yeah,
Yes.
just the storefront.
Oh, okay.
But she had a cousin. So this is a true story. She had a cousin who has a restaurant, and you give them this, and you tell them I sent you. So,
Yeah.
so we took these little coupons, and we went to wherever she sent us, and we had a great lunch.
It
Oh,
was.
you really did?
Yes.
It was so
Yeah.
good. I had margaritas.
Yeah,
and
we had the
nachos.
mariachi band. It was good.
It was awesome. I don't know the name of it, and I couldn't find it again if I tried.
Yeah,
but it was
unfortunately, my
awesome.
battery had ended up dying at that point.
Yeah.
So,
So it didn't hardly get any footage of that.
nah,
No.
no.
Well, you know, between that lady helping you out and the other kid helping you out finding your cart, it really, reinforces your belief in humanity at this point, you know.
It's true.
And
The people
there are
were
really
so
nice
happy.
people still out there in the world.
There are, yes.
They were just so happy to have tourism back
Mhm.
Right.
and to get back to work. That's how they survived down there. That's it.
Oh, sure.
That's all they got.
That's all they have. Absolutely. So, on that note, talking about the drinks. So, tell us about. I know a lot of people, you know, love to hear about the drinks at the resort. So, tell us a little bit about that.
It's right over there. You want to grab your little tahini?
Is it?
Yeah,
It's over there? No, it's not. It's
Yes, it is.
upstairs.
it's right there. I see it. Right next to your
Oh,
mother.
oh, oh. All right. I'll be right back.
Okay.
The
That's
tahini.
nothing to show us.
Yeah.
This is something that Lucy fell in love with. If you're familiar with Mexican food, it's called tahine. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a seasoning.
Okay.
And they put this on a mango margarita, which is something she fell in love with. They put it around the rim instead of salt. And
Instead of salt.
It's
Yeah,
like
instead- yeah.
chili pepper and like dried
Oh.
lime or lime zest.
and we've been. She
With a
made me go
mango
find
margarita.
it.
Yeah.
Maybe go find it. Yeah.
She collects Christmas ornaments everywhere we go, and
Nice.
they did not have a Christmas ornament. So one of my
Really
stores,
fun.
I deliver Mexican food, Latino food, and one of my
Okay.
stores gave me this for our Christmas tree. I don't know if you can see it.
Okay.
It's
But
a
it
little tiny
represents
sample
our trip so well
of
because
tahine.
I never had a mango margarita before this trip, and Kimberly was the one that told me you got to try this,
You gotta
and
try
I
it.
was like the sweet of the mango with the spice of the chili pepper and the zest of the lemon. Oh, it was just like I was like, this is the best thing I've ever had. It was so awesome. And because we were in the preferred, so I know a lot of people are very particular about their brand of alcohol, and I would say at the pool, even at the preferred pool, they would bring alcohol, like name brand, in the morning, but then once it was gone, you
Yeah.
got whatever was left.
Oh, okay.
They did have, so I'm a margarita drinker, so I can only like judge them on their margaritas, and I will say they did have Don Julio tequila, which is
That's top.
Really,
To us,
really
anyway,
good.
it's top
Yeah.
shelf.
Top
To me,
shelf,
it's a-
yeah.
yeah. And so in the preferred lounge, I would get a regular margarita with Don Julio because I'm not going to get that at home too much. But I will say, I know that the other couples had specific like name brands
yeah.
that they wanted and they didn't have. And I will say, and I think this is also, I think this is a combination of a couple things. I think it's the fact that they just opened like 3 weeks before we got there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they were at 30% capacity when we started and moved up to 60% while we were there.
Wow.
We ran them out of tequila
3 times.
3 times, I think.
And beer twice.
And yeah,
Oh.
so that was kind of like a weird thing to happen at an all-inclusive resort.
They were not prepared for that.
They were not
They were
prepared.
not prepared
But to
for
be
the midlife
fair,
crazy crew.
That's correct. They were not prepared, but we're probably not their average guest. It
No.
was a party. Let me tell you, Jay Bowen,
They will never forget us.
They will
at
never-
that resort.
he is, if you are in the pool with Jay and he's drinking, you are part of his party and you are gonna have fun,
And
no
you're gonna
matter
have
what.
fun. Oh.
And so he would go to the bar and order like 18 submarinos and just start passing them out to everybody. That's how we got to be friends with everybody in the pool.
Everybody-
Everybody.
Because
And we made friends
They were
that
all
are
part of
friends
our group.
now for like, we talked to them on social media and like,
Lifetime friends, huh?
That's right.
yeah, they're going to travel with us again, and it's. Well, at one point, Jay ordered like how many?
Oh, at one point, everybody had a day where they probably had too much
Yeah,
to drink.
well,
Definitely, I had that day. And Jay had that day as well. And so he came up and he ordered, because the pool bar, that was the other thing that was kind of disappointing. The pool bar closed at 5 o'clock, which we would have liked it to obviously
At
be
least 8,
open
yeah.
a lot longer.
yeah.
That wasn't normal, though. I mean,
No, I don't
That
think
That's
that was.
the shortened hours, yeah.
okay.
The
But
pandemic comes out at night, you know.
yeah, I don't know. That's what it seemed like. But
It's that
Jay
way for the
ordered
States, too.
Yeah.
18 lemon drops and 6 tequila shots before the bar was closing. And so they're like rushing to get all this done, and they're like calling him over, and we're like, Jay, your stuff's ready. And he's like, I didn't order that.
I didn't order that.
I was like, what? Yes, you did. So then we just started handing them out.
Yeah.
We took care of it.
Just
We-
pass
we-
them out.
No waste.
Anybody that will, like I said, we made friends. Like people are coming up to us. We heard you say you were from Jersey, and they're like maybe 20 minutes from us.
Yeah,
Like,
there were a ton of people from
Wow.
New Jersey there.
That's crazy.
yeah, everywhere we go, we find people from Jersey. Well, the Bowens are from Jersey.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's the first time you'd met the Bowens and the Midlife Crazy crew, everybody.
Yes, it felt like we've known them for years.
Yeah, so his whole theory in the beginning of like, let's do YouTube, let's go live, let's start interacting with people so that you become more comfortable. It was a good tactic by him
Mhm.
because when we got there, I was still unsure, like, how am I gonna? We were Marco Poloing, so I had been talking to them,
Yeah.
but I was unsure in person if my shy side was gonna like come out.
Come out.
It didn't. It was like, oh, these are my friends that I've known forever. Like,
Aw.
there was no shyness at all.
And
It
they
was
made
awesome.
it real. Brad and Kimberly and Jay and Michelle
They're
are
awesome
very
people.
like they just made you feel very comfortable.
And
That
we
is so
kind of were a little like, we're thinking, okay, we'll hang out with them a little bit, but we kind of, this was their vacation and we kind of jumped on board. They went live and said, we're going to Mexico, and anybody that wants to go, these are the dates and this is where we're staying. And so we decided to become tag-alongs. So at first, you go in, you're like, I don't want to. This was their
Don't wanna
vacation.
invade
We
their
don't want to.
vacation.
Yeah, and but they weren't having it. Nope, we were
No, they
totally
weren't
part of
having
it. That's right.
First thing they did was hand us a Midlife Crazy shot glass.
That's
Right
right.
off the bat, here you go. And filled it, and
We had tequila shots.
yeah, let's
and,
have a vacation.
and it was like there was never any. It was just like whatever we were all doing, we were all doing. So it
And
was.
you were
it was
family
awesome.
from there on out, right?
That's right. That's
Aw.
right.
And everything you see on their live stream, they're 10 times nicer.
Mhm.
That's
So,
awesome. That is awesome. Yeah. I know whenever I had met some people in person that I had met on YouTube, my mom was like, so how are they really?
Mhm.
And I was like, well, they're really the same as they were on
yeah.
camera,
Yep. Absolutely.
So that's a
It's kind of hard to hide your personality. When
Yeah.
a lot of us are on a lot. We're on different channels a lot. We do polo. It's just like, oop, did I do that? Or
Yeah,
did you do
that's
that?
really
Okay.
live. So I want to just highlight your channel here a little bit and show everybody, if you are not connected with MGM Family Travel, you got to get connected. You got to see all of these fantastic. Now, tell me a little bit about, you've been having some really big guests on your channel.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think we started out with Lolita Loca was the biggest.
Yeah. Mhm.
Well, not now, but I just asked Tony and Jenny, and they said yes. So I figured I'll just keep asking people.
Yeah, so he just started asking. But I have to say, with Tony and Jenny, we were kind of like, we were both like, oh my God, that's Tony
Yeah,
and
it's a
Jenny.
little
Like, we're talking
starstruck.
to Tony and Jenny.
Right.
Because they were only on our TV before that. So I think we're getting a little
It's a
bit
little
better.
bit
That first
easier.
time, it was just like, I don't think either one of us knew what to say.
We've had Lolita Loca, the Ship Life,
Mm-hmm.
which is one of the most
Oh,
interesting
he's
guys you ever
awesome.
you want to see a channel, check out that channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We've had EECC Travel, which are phenomenal.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, they are.
Mhm.
They're awesome people. I don't even know who else. I don't. The
I mean,
Cruise Life.
The Cruise World.
Cruise World. I always get it mixed up.
We love
Mark
them. They're
is
awesome.
awesome. That's a channel to watch
Yeah.
because he's got skills. He's going to keep growing.
Yeah.
So,
His vlogs are great. His parodies are funny. And, like, it's a great channel.
and we've branched into some of the RV community, which
Mhm.
we've met some really cool people.
Awesome people in the RV community.
That is wonderful. So tell us, do you have anything special that you have coming up or something you want to share?
Well, right now we are in the process of hitting a milestone with our channel, the 2,000 subscriber mark. I think as of this morning we're like 6 away or something, 6 or 7 away. And we've been doing, for the last week, we've been doing giveaways. We haven't done anything up to this point. A lot of channels will hit milestones, and
It happened so fast.
yeah, ours
for us,
happened
though.
really fast.
Yes.
So
We're incredibly blessed. You know, it's everyone, and I think that's what we kind of talked about. Like, you guys did that. Like, this is
Yeah.
amazing. Like, we're like humbled by it, and we thought, what are we gonna do for 2,000? Are we gonna do like one like amazing gift and give it to one person? And we were saying like, there's so many awesome people that have
helped
supported
our
us
channel.
along the way that we, you know, so we thought, okay, we'll just do like a bunch of smaller
Mhm.
little giveaways so that we can like spread it around.
And we started with, like, I'll do a question on YouTube, and you have to answer it in our Facebook group. And luckily, coincidentally, I should say luckily, the first winner was Blaine.
Which was so fitting. It was awesome.
The one who started all this.
Mhm.
So, and then
Hey, TJ.
we had TJ won yesterday,
No.
and then we had Elma from Life is Good Today win, and JP Travels.
Travel Adventures, yeah.
Travel Adventures at JP. And we're going to keep going. And if it ends sooner, because we thought this would go on past Christmas. It hasn't, so, well, it might still, you never know.
It might.
But sometimes you go backwards, too.
Mhm.
Like, you'll check your friends, and then it'll come back, and you'll be completely the opposite direction. So.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you gain a few, lose a few, and back and forth like that.
So
Thank you, Ruby. Ruby just subscribed to your channel. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ruby. And we're going to keep doing the giveaways at least up till Christmas. So it is the season, and
we are
it's fun.
so
I'm really having a
grateful
good
to
time
everyone.
with it, actually.
It has been a blast.
Yeah.
It's taken over our life, but it has been a blast.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
having
it
fun
has
with
a
the
way of doing that, doesn't it?
Yes.
giveaway.
Yeah, so I am so thrilled that, you guys got to come on today. And
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, and you're part of my awesome mod squad, and I appreciate you guys so
You're my
very much.
second favorite travel agent.
I was telling him you can be his first. It's okay.
Well, no. Now,
You have to be my first.
my favorite, so, So we all will just go around in circles on that one.
There you go.
But yeah, you guys, I don't know, your vlogging style, I love your editing style, I love, and it just makes us feel, like we're there with you. And we forgot to talk about, you took the little ferry over there, so you did take a cruise.
We did.
Yes. We said
did.
it's cruise day. We were yelling.
And I think Brad and Kimberly went live from the actual ferry boat.
Yeah.
Did you? Or did they? Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have internet. They had Verizon. We have T-Mobile.
Yeah, it just wasn't great.
Yeah.
T-Mobile's not good for Cancun, just to let everybody know.
No.
Just to let you know, heads up. Yeah. So there's Brittany doing #TA. Go ahead and put #TA if you are a travel advisor. Do #creator if you're a creator. #supporter. But I tell you what, you guys are huge supporters of the community too, and we notice that. Believe me, we notice that. We appreciate that, and we just love you guys, and just can't wait to see what you have coming up next.
We can't wait to meet up with everybody,
Yes.
and I know it's going to happen with most of the people in this community. We will all meet it someday.
Yes.
So.
Yes, absolutely, and it will be just like a family reunion at that point, right?
It will,
It really will be.
absolutely.
All right, well, let me bring you back up here, and I've got the link here, Sailing
you
Away
so
with
much.
TK. Thank you,
Thank you,
TJ, for
TJ.
bringing up MGM Family Travel's link. So if you are not connected with Bill and Lucy, what are you doing? Go over there and
Might win a
subscribe
prize.
now.
Blaine wants to know how many we need. I forget. I think we were like 7 away, Blaine.
7 away. Well, I'll have to get out all of my devices and all my secret accounts, you know.
See, they have to be people that view. We
Yeah.
found that out. It can't just people can just hit it, but we want them to come back and be part of our community.
But yes,
So,
building that community is so important. And you guys go live when? Now remind me.
Tuesdays at 8.
Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern time.
yes,
Okay.
right before Lolita Loca and Nurse Nancy.
Oh yeah, and then Nurse Nancy's that night too. Yeah, that's a huge night. So I know that's a perfect time slot for you guys. And yeah, just love seeing you there so very much. So I guess we'll wrap it up here. Was there anything that you wanted to add that we didn't touch on of Mexico? What was your overall thinking?
We would go back, put it that way. I'm
So
still
our
trying to solve her
overall,
into it.
yeah, our overall. I don't know if the other two couples would agree. But personally, for what we paid, I think it was well worth it, and I would go back in
An
a second.
8.5.
And I would recommend Now Jade. I thought it was wonderful.
Now Jade. All right.
Yep.
So awesome. Well, thank you two so much for coming on.
You are so welcome.
For having us.
Thank
And
you,
thank
everybody.
you, everyone.
We're so happy to have you all here. So thank you so much. Do you all have a tagline? What's your tagline when you say goodbye?
Stress less and travel more.
Life's
There you
better in
go.
flip-flops.
Stress less and travel more. I love it.
And life's better in flip-flops.
Life is better in flip-flops. I agree. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. Thank you, Bill and Lucy, for coming
You're very welcome, Cheri.
Thank you for
Have a
having
blessed,
us.
magical day, and I will see you on the beaches of the world. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Bye, guys.
Bye.